Hello children. See, we have already done with two chapters in biology. One was health and hygiene related to allergy, and the second one was human body, the excretory system. Now we will be going through these two chapters as a revision so that you can once again understand the chapters, and if you are having any doubts in the chapter, those doubts will be cleared, right? So that is the reason behind taking this revision video. After finishing with the revision video, we will be going back to the continuation of the syllabus, right? So let us just go through these two chapters. So the first one that we are going to discuss over here is the human body excretory system. Okay, and what all things we studied in this chapter was, we studied excretion in humans, we studied in detail the human excretory system, and we also studied common disorders related to the human urinary system or the excretory system. Okay, so let us go through the chapter, right? So we have studied that organisms produce waste, metabolic waste. Okay, and these metabolic waste, they are basically toxic in nature. Toxic means harmful, okay, or what you can say is poisonous, right? And that is the reason these metabolic waste or toxic waste should be removed from the body from time to time, and this removal of the waste, metabolic waste, is called as excretion, right? So what is excretion? The definition is, excretion is the process by which metabolic waste are removed from the body of an organism. Okay, understanding? And when we talk about metabolic waste, what do you mean by metabolic waste? Metabolic waste are the waste which are produced after the reactions that take place in the body. Okay, for example, the breakdown of the protein will be producing metabolic waste in the form of urea. Okay, so that will be removed from the body through the process of excretion. Understanding? Right. So next we go to the organs that are related to the removal of the waste in the human body, right? So here we are having the lungs, the skin, liver and kidney. Lungs, by the process of respiration, will be removing the carbon dioxide present in the body. Skin, it removes sweat, and this sweat, it contains the salts, water and urea. Apart from sweat, the skin also removes the oil through the oil glands. Okay, the fatty substances are released from the oil glands, right? Coming to the liver, okay, the liver will be carrying out the excretion of the excess of amino acids. Basically, in the liver, the amino acids are broken down and they are converted into urea. Apart from that, the bile pigments, because of the breakdown of the RBCs, are taking place, okay, in the liver itself, right? And this urea and the bile pigment will be removed from the liver with the help of the blood, okay, right? So the urea will be going to the kidneys, and the bile pigment, it will be getting mixed with the fecal matter and removed from the body, right? Then we go to the kidneys, right? Kidneys, when we talk about it, removes the extra water, urea and dissolved substances from the body, okay, and basically we consider kidney as the main excretory organ in the human body. Okay, apart from the process of excretion, the kidney also carries out the process of osmoregulation, okay, that is maintaining the salt water balance in the body. Understanding? So these are the different organs that are present in human body which are involved in the process of removal of waste, and the kidneys are considered as the main excretory organ of the human being. Okay, then we come to the next part, that is the human excretory system. When we talk about human excretory system, it consists of a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureter, urinary bladder and urethra. Okay, and with the help of the diagram we studied the different parts of the kidney. Okay. Yeah, so we studied about different parts of the kidney, and we studied the role of the kidney in the filtration of the blood. Okay, so we will just go through the diagram once again to study the parts of the human excretory system. Okay, so here with the help of this diagram we will study, right? Yeah, kidneys. So these are the kidneys, a pair of ureter, urinary bladder and the last part, that is the urethra. Kidneys, as you can see, they are bean shaped organs that are present above the waist, one on each side of the backbone. Okay, and the right kidney is, this is the right kidney, it is slightly lower than the left kidney, right? Now when you observe the kidney internally, you find that there are two parts present. Okay, the outer part called as the renal cortex and the inner part called as the renal medulla, right? Then there is this funnel shaped cavity present inside the kidney, this yellow funnel shaped cavity, it is called as the renal pelvis. Okay, once the filtration of the blood is done, the filtrate gets collected in the renal pelvis. Okay, right? And then this renal pelvis, it is attached to the ureter, as you can see in the diagram. Now what is the function of the kidney? Its function is to filter the blood and remove whatever extra water is present in the blood. Okay, urea, soluble salts and other dissolved substances. Okay, so once the blood is filtered, okay, the filtrate which comes to the renal pelvis is called as the urine. So what is urine? It is straw colored liquid, okay, produced after the filtration of the blood. Okay, now how does the kidney filter the blood? So this kidney, it contains small filtering unit called as the nephrons. Okay, I have already shown you the diagram related to the nephrons from the 10th standard book. Okay, so the nephrons will be filtering the blood, and whatever uh, extra water and glucose, other dissolved substances, salt, etc. are there, they will be filtered out. Okay, and the blood without the metabolic waste will be going out, right? Now these filtrate which are coming out of the nephron, they will be, some substances from that filtrate will be again absorbed by the nephron, right? Like the glucose, amino acid, certain minerals which are required by the body, they will be again absorbed by the nephrons. Understanding? So first the nephron will be filtering out whatever excess is there, and then whatever is required, that will be reabsorbed by the nephrons, right? So this is the structure of the kidney, right? Then we talk about these ureters from each kidney. Okay, starting from the renal pelvis, there is a tube like structure coming out. Okay, that is called as the ureter. This ureter will be carrying the urine from the renal pelvis to the urinary bladder, so it will be carrying this way to the urinary bladder. When we talk about urinary bladder, the urinary bladder is a bag like structure which will be storing the urine for some period. Okay, once the urinary bladder is full, then the urine will be expelled out. Understanding? So that process takes place in the urinary bladder, that is the urine will be collected and then later on it will be thrown out of the body through the urethra. Okay, now this urethra has special muscles called as sphincter muscles, right, which will be controlling the flow of the urethra, right? So once the sphincter muscles become relaxed, then the urine will be released out of the urinary bladder through the urethra, and this process of expulsion of urine is called as urination or micturition. Understanding? Now two blood vessels are very important in the kidney. They are the renal artery through which the blood will be entering into the kidney, and the next one is the renal vein through which the filtered blood will be coming out of the kidney. Okay, so the blood carrying the metabolic waste enters into the kidney through the renal artery, the red blood vessel that you can see, and the filtered blood will be coming out of the kidney through the renal vein, the blue color vessel that you are able to see over here. Understood? So all these things we have studied related to the human excretory system. Apart from that, we studied about two diseases which are related to the disorders, you can say, related to the human excretory system. The first one is urinary tract infection. Okay, this particular infection is caused by the bacteria called as E. coli. Okay, in urinary tract infection, the organs related to the urinary system are affected. UTI is normally seen in the women, okay, and to a lesser extent it is observed in the male people, right? Now what happens over here is, due to the urinary tract infection, as I've already told you, the organs related to urinary system are affected, whether it is ureter, urinary bladder, or the kidneys, they will be affected. Okay, due to the infection, there is pain observed in the pelvic region. Okay, and if that particular thing is not treated, if it is left untreated, then it may damage the parts of the urinary system. The how can you prevent yourself? Personal hygiene is the best preventive measure for the UTI. Drink sufficient amount of water so that the bacteria is flushed out of your urinary system. Coming to the next problem, that is the kidney stone. Okay, now kidney stone are hard minerals that are formed inside the kidney during the filtration of the blood. So if you are having a diet which is containing more amount of calcium oxalate called calcium phosphate salts, then there are chances that your kidney may develop the kidney stone. Okay, if the stones are small, then they will be thrown out of the body. Okay, but if the stones are larger, then you need to undergo the surgical treatment for the removal of the stones, right? Yeah. Now what happens if you are having kidney stone? You will be having pain at the sides and lower back. Okay, so how can you prevent yourself from the kidney stone? Drink sufficient amount of water and limit your intake of salts. Okay, so that you do not develop the kidney stones. Understanding? So that was related to the disease of the kidney stone. Coming to the next one, and that is kidney failure. Okay, now what is kidney failure? When one of your kidney or both kidneys fail to function properly, then it is called as kidney failure. This may be due to some infection or injury or illness. Okay, all these things may cause kidney failure to you, right? Understanding? Now a decline in the kidney function is generally called as kidney failure. So that is the definition of kidney failure, right? Now patient who is suffering from kidney failure needs proper care and treatment. There are two types of treatments observed. Okay, one is the dialysis and the second one is kidney transplant. So in case of kidney transplant, a healthy kidney will be taken from a donor person and it will be put into the body of the patient. Okay, so that the patient recovers from the kidney failure. Okay, then we are having dialysis. Dialysis is, see, there is a machine called as dialyzer. Okay, the blood from the person who is having kidney failure, the blood from the patient will be going into the dialyzer. Inside the dialyzer, the blood will be filtered as it is filtered in the kidney. Same way, the blood will be filtered and then the filtered blood will be returned back into the body of the patient. Okay, so whatever function is carried on by the kidney, same function will be carried on by this machine, the dialyzer. Okay, and the process of carrying out the what you can say, removal of the toxic material from the blood, okay, with the help of the dialyzer is called as dialysis. Understanding? So all these things we have studied in this chapter, right? we studied about the structure of the kidney, the different parts of the kidney, what are the functions of different parts of the kidney, okay, and then we studied the common disorders related to the kidney, right? So that was the revision related to the human excretory system. Fine.